Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Decks of the Weekend, my weekly and every Monday um, video where I analyze three decks of standard, modern, and historic, and sometimes legacy. And yeah, let's kick things off with standard. So, for those of you who missed it, this weekend there was the Innistrad Set Championship, won by Yuki Ichikawa playing Izzet Epiphany. Although the decks that I'm highlighting is, of course, not Izzet Epiphany. It is this Dimir mid-range that was used by my friend Sam Rolfe to finish in the ninth position. He did very, very well in the event. He also, the day after on Sunday, he also won the Standard Challenge of Magic Online with this very same deck. So I figured to highlight it, I'll also play the deck on stream, and so you'll have a video with this deck for sure. I've often showed on my stream like blue black Esper various version of it, and I want to say that this is like the official final version of the deck. We don't play counterspell anymore in the sense like actual wash away or saw it coming, but we're playing Leer. Spells can't be countered. Although Sam figured out that you just can't be like you have to play some sort of counter like Test of Talents. And Test of Talents, remember, even with Leer in play, with Test of Talents, like sure, you won't be exiling the Iron's Epiphany on the stack, but you can like get them all from the deck, which is sometimes relevant. But other than that, Test of Talents is just a good card. Also, like, when they cast the Expressive Iteration on turn 3, you can counter that, or the Behold the Multiverse, or Unexpected Windfall, as well as, of course, the Iron's Epiphany. Overall, you don't necessarily need to play. You'd be like, oh, I play Leer, so I don't play any counter. You can still play some counters. They're still okay. But yeah, the rest of the deck is just a mid-range deck with Sedgemoor Witch, powered by your many one-drops like Consider, Fading Hope, Bloodship Thirst, and Duress. You also have one copy of Sorin, which is alright. I don't think Sorin is particularly special, but I guess you don't mind drawing one, curving out if you need some more card advantage with a +1. It definitely happens. But yeah, this is the deck that honestly I'm not ready to recommend it, especially for the ladder. But at the PT, I think it was an excellent choice because it was good against Izzet. And now the matchup against Green, it used to be very awful, but you have 3 Leer. This card is just the best thing you can possibly play against Mono Green. I played Mono Green at the PT. I played against Izzet multiple times. I believe 5. I went 3-2 against it, but just, you lose the games where they go Leer with Fading Go back up. And so that you can't fight it and really lose the game. Yeah, that's my standard deck of choice. Let's move on to historic, where I have often showed my deck. Real My Humans, you can check it in the past videos. But the deck that won the event and really just dominated was this black green food. We already know Cadron Familiar Witches of, and that we all know this. But now you have Raven Squirrel, which is a 1 mana threat that can get very, very large the more cutover you have. And you also have the Mythic Massacre that you can cast with Lures. So you can play this card over and over. From the graveyard, you can't make it bigger than 0, so you can just cast it as an enchantment. But yeah, the psychic ability of this card is insane in a cut deck because it means that every time you're gonna just block and sack, you're gonna deal them 2 damage, and when you kill a thing of theirs, they you gain a life. It's just an excellent deck with a lot of interaction plus cyber in the form of Thoughtseize, Soulguide Lantern, Mystic Repeal, some more Outland Liberator, which is also excellent against with lures since you can just sacrifice it and bring it back. So yeah, that's the deck of the weekend for historic. The Japanese team really dominated. Again, Yuki won, but there's 3 other Japanese who made the top 8 with this very same deck, as well as 2 other Japanese that made the top 8 with Yuta Takahashi, the world champion, being one of them. So yeah, that's the total of 5 Japanese players in the top 8. They definitely dominated the Innistrad Set Championship. Congrats to them. And finally, let's round things up in Modern, where I'm not highlighting a new deck, but certainly am highlighting a deck that that just again a deck, but mostly a player that really is like winning so much in Magic Online. So Strong is his nickname. His name is Adriano Sol on Twitter, and he has won both Saturday and Sunday challenge on Magic Online. Those are like a 7 rounds event, maybe even 8 rounds event. And he also, the previous week, top 8 both challenges with 1 win again. So that is some incredible amount of results that this player has come down to, and he did it with this list in this week. So I would say that you have to play Grixis Shadow. This is definitely the place to start. I'm enjoying a lot of Grixis Lurrus on my stream, and you can find it on my YouTube channel as well. I've posted a 5-0 run and another 4-1 run. The deck is treating me very well. Obviously, this is slightly different. It's adding the card as Shadow, so you have your Shockland, Fetchlands, and Thoughtseize to self-damage to just these very powerful threats. You play the Shadow to be better against Graveyard Hate while also having an important threat in the creature matchups. That is like the reason behind it, and again, results just speak for themselves. That person is excellent at the game, a strong soul, and also the deck is obviously very good. And so yeah, that is it for my decks of the weekend. You can find the deck list to export in the description. Unfortunately, no thumbnail for this week is my editor is very busy today, so I'll put it out. But yeah, I'll definitely I'll be back next week, and you'll find videos on this channel every day. So yep, check it out. Like and comment if you have something to say about this, and I'll be reading them. A good one.